Welcome to JNN, Gregori's High School broadcast channel. Today is Tuesday, March 8th. I'm Jenna Sharma.
And I'm Chrisana Maciel. Coming up on today's JNN, Army recruiters bring their most recent recruitment tool in the form of video game challenges.
FFA brings a petting zoo to campus to celebrate FFA week.
Jenna Sharma explores the minds of some of the teachers' children in a new JNN segment, Teachers' Kids Say the Funniest Things.
The Gregori mock trial team returned to competition this year, but not at the county courthouse. We take a look at how the team argued their cases online through Zoom.
We also report on the new AP courses planned for next year.
JNN returns to the parking lot with a new installment of Car Talk.
And finally, Tanisha Nuncio caps the winter sports season and opens up the spring sports box with reports of our most recent athletic competition.
All this and more on today's JNN.
You guys ready? Come on! Jacks on me! Jacks on 3! 1, 2, 3, Jacks!
The Army brought their latest recruiting tool to campus on February 24th in the form of a traveling video game room. Let's take a closer look.
The Army has a professional gaming team. Halo is one of them, and this is just the truck that particularly facilitates and promotes that.
It was almost like going to an amusement park and then waiting in line to go play a video game. Inside, it was a super cool setup of like 8 seats. The monitor was coming down on top of us. It was a really cool experience. I've never really done something like that before.
One thing I took away is that there are a lot of open up possibilities for me after high school. The Army is definitely a really good option, but also that, Army's the best because they brought video games to the school. So definitely that.
So you join the esports team because first you have to join the Army and then you try out. And if you have the stats and are good enough, you can represent the Army on the esports team.
We know the perception of the military in the public eye, and it can be intimidating and overwhelming. So we just want to establish, that we're just regular people, just like the students. We were high school students one time, who decided to serve the country, and then we learned how to be soldiers.
This has been Tanisha Nuncio and Jenna Sharma reporting for JNN.
The Gregori Math Bowl competition team will compete at the Stanislaus County Math Super Bowl on April 9th. It's not too late to join. See Ms. Gaines in N203 for more information. Gregori hallways are undergoing a makeover with all of the ASB campaign posters. Let's take a quick look at this year's crowd.
ASB elections are currently taking place and end on Thursday. Voting is taking place online and at lunch in the quad. Visit Gregori Instagram to vote online or look for leadership tables around campus to vote during lunchtime. College counselor Allison Kuykendall is reminding seniors to update Naviance accounts with college acceptances or denials. Also, check the senior Schoology page and look for a link to report any of the scholarships you've earned. If you have any questions, see Mrs. Kuykendall at the Career Center. Gregori's FFA team recently celebrated FFA week. On the final day, they brought a petting zoo to campus. I worked with Isaiah Amagonia to bring you the story.
FFA hosted a petting zoo on the lawn outside of M Building on Friday, February 25th in celebration of National FFA Week.
There was a lot of people at the goat pen when they were fighting for their dominance. There was a lot of people they were kind of really enjoying it. I just kind of was in the pen with her because they kind of get riled up with each other, and it was a little small of a pen. So I was just kind of sitting in there, and then I went into the horse pen with my friend Brooke and just kind of watched them. I think they did pretty well. All of them don't really like people, so we were kind of okay, they did pretty well with this. We were very surprised actually. So it was just really fun to see everyone enjoy it. And then there was other people who weren't in FFA and they still came and they enjoyed it too. So it's one of the good ways to end it.
I have like very fancy chickens. They have like fun feathers and fun colors, so people kept coming over and petting them. And I think people really enjoyed getting to see the animals. They're my pets. They're just for fun purposes, and I love them so much. They're fun. I think that's what's really fun about FFA week is, other students who aren't ag get to come over and kind of experience the animals and just like agricultural things. And I think it can get people interested if they want to like join next year. We had events at lunch every day, but it was mostly for the ag kids, and they'd come after their ag classes. But with the petting zoo, everybody was coming from all around to come see. So it was kind of a fun way to kick it off, just a fun ending to the whole week.
Reporting for JNN, this has been Isaiah Maguania and Crisana Maciel.
Gregori's Got Talent is scheduled for Friday, March 11th. The show starts at 7 p.m. and doors open at 6:30. The cost is $7. Acts include singers, a comedian, and a pianist. There will also be a guest musician who happens to be a Gregori staff member. So come out and support our JAG talent.
Hola JAGs, this is Profesora Gonzalez. I am one of the Spanish teachers here at Gregori. I have a super exciting invitation for each of you. I am planning a trip to Greece and the islands for the summer of 2023, and you can come with me. This trip is open to students, parents, and our Gregori community. There will be an informational meeting via Teams on Tuesday, March 29th at 6 p.m. where I will discuss all of the information about this wonderful opportunity. Spaces are limited and travel scholarships are offered to the first few people who enroll after the meeting. Come and get your invitation for this meeting in room N101 on Tuesdays or Thursdays after school, or send me an email for more information at this email. You can also scan this QR code to RSVP your spot for this meeting. Let's see the world, Jags.
Academic Block G applications are now available for all students. If you have excelled academically and/or participated in an academic competition team like mock trial or math bowl, make sure to fill out the application to qualify for an academic letter for your Letterman's jacket. Applications are due by Thursday, March 31st. Any questions? See Mrs. Damas in N214. The mock trial team recently concluded their season. They underwent a few adjustments in order to compete this year. Let's take a look at how they did.
I responded to a call about a body.
Stanislaus County mock trial competition took place in late January and early February. Unlike previous years when the competitions were held at the county courthouse, COVID guidelines directed individual teams to compete from their home sites through Zoom. Gregori used the library as a base from which to present.
Well, it's become a lot more different as we've had to adjust to being online, and we've sort of had to learn how to speak on a computer more than speaking in like a courtroom. So it's a bit different how like your speech has to change based off of where you are or how loud you have to speak.
Honestly, competing via Zoom is a lot different than it is in person. I think I feel a lot less intimidated than being in an actual courtroom with people and, seeing the judge face to face. I feel a lot less intimidated, but at the same time, I kind of wish it was still in person.
To accomplish smooth online interaction, Gregori Multimedia classes supported mock trial team with the broadcast equipment.
Kind of felt a sense of pride, like I don't think there's another school in our county who has this thought and equipment put into doing this mock trial competition.
While teams were forced to conform to online interaction, the essence of the mock trial team remained present.
Okay, it's actually funny. The reason I joined mock trial was because I was like kind of into acting, and I was like, oh, it's like kind of like acting because you get to be a witness and you get to like put on stuff. But then when I joined mock trial, I actually realized that I really was into law. Like I was like, I actually really like the law aspect of it. So it like provided a new career path for me. Like I was like, wait, this might be something I want to do.
Like, even though it was pretty intimidating, it was still overall a fun experience.
The team beat Downey, Modesto, and Houston High in the courtroom competition, but lost to Turlock, and they did not qualify for second round competition. Reporting for JNN, this has been Riley Saunders and Monica Ochoa.
The next Interact Club meeting is Thursday, March 17th. Interact is seeking students interested in planting flowers for an upcoming project. Interact will also be selling redwood serving trays and charcuterie boards, beginning next week. Proceeds from this fundraiser will be used to sponsor the education of a student in Guatemala. Help the club make a difference in the life and future of this student by purchasing a wooden tray. Information will be shared through club members and social media. See Ms. Perez or Ms. Moreno for details. Now let's head out to the parking lot for this week's segment of Car Talk.
I should probably try to know. Oh, let's get out of here. School's over. Let's go.
What are you talking about? Why are you in my car?
You said you were gonna give us a ride home.
No, I thought you were doing that.
No, we literally agreed on you taking us home.
Well, how are we gonna get home? Because I didn't charge my car enough for the ride here and back.
Who wouldn't charge their car for one ride only?
Okay, look who's talking. Where's your car?
It has an empty gas tank.
Okay, that's what I thought. Well, what now?
I mean, I can ask her a friend for a ride.
Yeah, call him up.
Hello? El Morito.
Is this another episode of Car Talk?
Yeah. Can I get a ride? Alright, thank you. Let's go.
Oh.
Oh, God.
My dad had a 1988 RX-7, which is a coupe.
Right.
And I was born, and it has no back seats, basically. So it was hard for a family to kind of move around like that. And so my mom, she decided to get a big SUV for a big family. This is a 2004 Mitsubishi Montero. It has 277,000 miles. I've always been, like, I've never liked this car, and I've always been kind of disgusted to it. So, so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just name it something disgusting. So, snot just came to mind.
Because it's green.
I kind of stuck with it ever since.
Jesus.
I'm very ruthless. But it takes care of me. It gets me to point A to point B. I obviously want to buy my own car, but I think my mom wants to keep the car just because it's been really good to us and it's huge. It's like 9 seats. On the back behind you, Kayla, there's like 3 seats. It has these little quirks and features that like the thousands had. Like, I think the back seats have like their own AC, and the back seats actually fold flat. Like you can, like, it's like a queen size bed. Like if you pull them all back, they lay flat. There is a bucket that I keep full of snacks because I'm hungry and I bring a lot of friends in this car, and most of my friends are hungry too. So they have snacks. You can help yourself if you'd like. There's not a lot, but
alright. Anywho,
Car Talk Mukbang edition.
Mukbang.
Oh, ASMR.
Dude, you did not hesitate diving into those chips. Maybe next time we should do ASMR like Elmer suggested.
Oh, I'm not gonna lie, I was still kind of hungry after those chips.
That's not a shock. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. That's all the time we have for today.
This has been Car Talk.
If you and your car want to be featured on the next Car Talk, keep an eye out on our Instagram to be included. Auditions for next year's dance production class are Friday, March 11th at 2 in the dance room. JNN brings you our new segment we call Teachers' Kids Say the Funniest Things.
So, what's your first name?
Cameron.
Cameron? Okay. How old are you, Cameron?
7. I'm 4.
And how old are you?
5.
How old do you think your dad is?
37.
37? You think your dad's 14? So if you had to pick, would you take your parents' cooking or McDonald's for the rest of your life?
McDonald's.
McDonald's? Yeah, me too. If you had to pick, would you rather eat your parents' cooking or McDonald's for the rest of your life?
My parents' cooking.
Your parents' cooking? When you grow up, do you want to be a math teacher like your dad?
No.
No? What do you want to be?
A professional baseball player.
Do you want to be a math teacher when you grow up? Yeah, you want to teach math. How much do you think a house costs?
$100. $100. If you had to guess, how many students do you think he has? I don't know.
You don't know. What's one thing your parents always tell you?
To never give up.
Do you know the name of the country you live in?
California.
If you could live anywhere in the world, where would it be?
China.
You would live in China? Why would you live in China?
Because I like it there.
Have you been there? No. Do you know where this is going to go after we finish? It's going to go on YouTube. You want to see yourself on YouTube? Yeah?
Yeah.
2 new classes on the ballot for next year are AP Capstone courses. Students can earn an AP diploma after they complete the course. Monica Ochoa and Nolan Trout bring us the story.
Capstone is an opportunity for you to include skills and content that you've learned in other classes and incorporate it into research that you would want to do for yourself.
The types of things that you do and create in those classes are huge skills for college as far as preparing you. So the first year is called seminar. It's a little bit more like writing and English based.
You first do a team presentation and a team paper where you look at a topic together as a group and you form like about a 1,500 word paper.
The second year is called research, and you are coming up with a thesis for research, but you are researching something and actually analyzing data and contributing to your new research out into the world.
Sophomores are encouraged, juniors are encouraged, even for next year, our pilot year, seniors are encouraged to take AP seminar.
Upcoming seniors can still take AP seminar even though it's a 2-year program. They won't get the AP Capstone, they won't have the AP diploma.
Because in order to receive either of those, you have to complete both seminar and research.
They sign up for seminar, the goal is for them to take research the following year, or they could take a year off and take research after that. This is a class where all of it is done together in class and there's not a lot of a workload outside of class for it.
If students, in the next few weeks feel like this is something that is for them, they would still have an opportunity come August to enroll. Send me an email and I could be in touch with an administrator or with the counselors as well.
If you have any questions or you're interested, talk to your counselor in L Building or see Mr. Salazar in room N211. Students interested in joining the Grigori cheer team should attend one of 2 meetings, March 8th or March 10th. Meetings are scheduled from 7 to 8 p.m. in the MPR. Interested students must bring a parent. Tryout packets will be passed out at the meeting along with key tryout details. Tryouts will be held March 29th through the 31st from 3:30 to 5 p.m. If you have any questions, ask Coach Swartz in C108. And now, let's go to Tanisha Nuncio with the Sports Box.
What's up, Jags? My name's Tanisha Nuncio. Welcome to this week's edition of the Sports Box. Winter season sports came to a close in February with our most successful teams competing in playoffs. First up, sophomore Michaela Lancaster placed 4th at the California State Wrestling Tournament on March 11th. She finished the year with an impressive 30-4 record this season and was nominated for the CIF Pursuing Victory with Honor Award. Congratulations to Michaela for an impressive season. Elijah Montez, Jonathan Crespin, and Natalie Sutherland also qualified for the state meet. Each of these wrestlers won their first match before they were eliminated. Congratulations to these top wrestlers. Next up, boys varsity basketball. Jags defeated Chavez High 94-59 at home in the first round of playoffs. That win put us up against the powerhouse Modesto Christian Crusaders. Grigori put up a great fight, ending the first half tied with MC, who then outpaced the Jags in the second half, ending our Jags playoff run with a 74-55 loss, officially ending their season 14-16. What a great season, boys. Girls varsity basketball traveled to Stockton on February 17th for a tough first-round playoff loss against the St. Mary's Rams. Final score 85-26, officially ending their season 17-9. Next up, boys varsity soccer. Our boys advanced to the second round of playoffs after beating Inderkum High. The game ended in a tie, but after 2 rounds of penalty kicks, our boys managed to come out on top. Our Jags then lost 2-1 against Granite Bay in a tight game on February 15th, ending their season 12-6-2. Spring sports are now in full swing as of last week. Varsity softball beat Golden Valley at home 5-0 last Wednesday. They compete against Bayard today at home. Game starts at 3:30, so be sure to go out and support our Lady Jags. Varsity baseball lost to Lincoln High last Friday 12-2. Jags travel to Atwater tomorrow to face Buhack Colony at 3:30. Good luck, boys. Next, let's dive into swim. Both varsity boys and girls traveled to Turlock High last Friday to face off against the Bulldogs. Boys lost 41-111 and girls lost 87-131. Top boy swimmers were Dylan Zader, who placed first in the 100 butterfly, second in the 50 freestyle, Jared Warder, who got second in the 100 freestyle, and Ryan Davis placed second in the 200 IM. Top girl swimmers were Destiny Aguilano, who got second in the 200 freestyle, and Reagan Shahar, who placed second in the 50 freestyle. Lastly, track and field. Grigori distance runners traveled to Houston High on February 25th to compete in Distance Wars 2022. Freshman standout Ismael Dominguez placed second in the 3200 and sixth in the 1600. Lexi Gomez placed fifth in the 3200, and Grigori placed fifth in the women's distance medley relay. Our Jags also competed in a meet at Golden Valley last Saturday, but at the time of this recording, the results have not yet been reported. Their next meet will be at Turlock March 16th at 2 p.m. Well, that's it for this week in Grigori Sports. This has been Tanisha Nuncio reporting for JNN, signing off.
Congratulations once again to Michaela Lancaster.
Well, that's it for today's JNN.
I'm Jenna Shama.
And I'm Chrisana Maciel.
Thanks for watching, and be sure to follow our Instagram.
See you next time, Jags.